The Due Diligence Club. Welcome to the Diligent Dogs Club. Most importantly, welcome to Johnny Squirrelmaster's Social Nature Experiment Club. Uh, so I did it a little different this fine morning. Rather than put the normal food spread out for the deer, the turtles, and all the other animals, I left it vacant because the squirrels sometimes ravage and eat all of it. So what all that's out is the bird feeders left and right. So there's no one in, but normally if there was people in here, I would say, before taking the which bird feeder, left bird feeder's lottery ticket, right bird feeder's Pokemon card, do you think there's a squirrel left, right, none, or there is no animals and it's vacant? Let's see. Stand by. Deuce, deuce. Who guessed deuce? Oh, no. Oh, there's one. He's out. Bing, bing, bong. All right, so that's a 0-0 thus far. I'm going to go 0-0 on the board. Anyone who has tuned in, basically the premise of this social experiment is the squirrel will dictate either left feeder, which is the scratch-off ticket hanging. I don't want to shine too. I've been screwing around with the light because if I shine too much light on the feeders, it spooks the squirrels. But so he's in a left feeder right now, so that would be one tally for him. Let me open the bottom. Oh my God, another one. Look at it. The other day there was none. Now there's every last squirrel in the neighborhood is now checking in. Maybe that's the key, dude. No more food early for them. Although I did leave the feeders loaded, meaning the trays. Those two see-through feeders have trays that can slide in and out to fill them up with feed, bird feed, aka squirrel feed. So they're popping this fine morning, which is pretty cool. So the premise is I'm going to shoo them off. We're going to reset the board as a whiteboard in the bottom. And what I'm going to do is have a running tally on which feeder gets the most hits. Will dictate if I left feeder scratch the scratch off ticket, right feeder rip the Pokemon packs. And it could be multiple packs depending upon how many people are in here. I just hung one lottery ticket and one Pokemon pack just so you guys can have a viewpoint and kind of get the understanding of what's going on for now. Yeah, and then what I'll do is over time I'm gonna keep track of what's more lucrative: scratching $50 worth of lottery tickets and or $50 worth of Pokemon packs. And over time I'm gonna see what's more lucrative, because some people believe are all about lottery tickets. Other people believe that. And Pokemon cards. Other people believe that it's all rat poison, aka Warren Buffett, aka Charlie Munger, R.I.P. Charlie Munger. He used to say stuff like this was rat poison, and crypto was rat poison. I don't know if people were in here or crypto peeps, but all right. So let me shoo these peeps off. So bottom is the whiteboard. Let me give a quick flashlight. I'm just hoping it doesn't freak them out. They get freaked out by the... So that's lottery ticket left. Oh my God, there's 4 of them now. Pokemon pack right. This is gonna be a holy tallyful day. Seems like we got a whole lot of customers. Freaking tree rats, dude. Holy freeloaders. Whatever. Without them, this whole game doesn't exist. So, and then down bottom, we got the whiteboard. We got our marker on a saber. Touche, touche. So this will be how we'll tally You know, however many hits they go left feeder, right feeder. I'm gonna probably run it for an hour, and then if there's anyone in the space, I'll either scratch a scratchy and or rip the ticket, rip the pack of Pokemon cards, which that's like I'm like super freaking hooked on that. Holy smokes, holy Pokemon, dude. That's what I should put in the title. I'm so greenhorn with this whole streaming thing that yesterday I actually started the stream and my Bluetooth headset was connected from coming home from the gym, so no one could hear me what I was saying. So I was basically talking into ambient noise. So I apologize to anyone that came back in from yesterday. That was a pretty stupid maneuver, but live and learn. All right, so I'm gonna chase these guys off, reset the clock. Let's draw a line down the middle of the tally board. Zing! So left is lottery, right is Pokemon. 0-0. All right, I'm chasing them off. Oh, come on, get out of here. All right. Now we run it. Clock running. What's up, Owen? What's up, Damon? Welcome in. Yes, they're squirrels. They are my, they are the creatures that will dictate what I will do today, which is pretty funny. This all kind of started, this window I installed is where I basically work from, in front of my desk, and it's been a slow process, slow renovation process, and I put up these feeders with the intention on, you know, of course, having birds. And morning, Nomad. What's going on? Hope you're well. Welcome in. With the premise of in between work, I can, you know, look at the birds and, you know, somehow, as they say, touch grass from the office chair. But what happened was the squirrels end up complete. Look at this guy. He's coming topside. So the stipulation is he has to get into the feeder because a lot of times they fall. And leading with the caveat, no squirrel was harmed in making this. Don't give me the Sarah McLachlan music. I was reading articles. I did some research. Squirrels can fall like multiple stories and be perfectly fine. So there's no issues on that front. But yeah, no, the renovation process has been, as you can see, I still haven't finished putting the walls up and been kind of tinkering. There's a deck that I've installed down bottom. I'm thinking I may actually make that into a pond of some sort because, yes, you know what I'm thinking. I may have them, if they do fall, which they do, they'll fall into the pond, and yes, they can swim. They will not be hurt. I think it'll be pretty funny. You know, content is king, even if it's corny. I apologize. All right, so I need one who wasn't even paying attention. Did you get in there? I guess you didn't. So you got to get inside of the feeder. Inside. Come on. Come on. I swear to God, he knows. It's another thing too is these windows are treated with mirror tint, so they cannot see in. Initially, I didn't have tint on it, and every time I'd move from my chair, the whether it was birds or squirrels would get spooked. So that's when I went out and bought. It's like window treatment stuff. I wonder if it's. I swear to God, it's my voice. Now they're gone. Oh no, there's one down bottom staring at himself. I was told I have a loud voice from my girl. She's like, you always talk so loud. I'm like, well, I don't intend on talking loud. It's just kind of how it projects itself. My other thought was last two days in a row, I streamed a little later in the afternoon, and didn't seem as good as far as population of animals. So we'll run it. I'm going 0-0. I wasn't even paying attention, but I didn't see one actually enter into the left lottery ticket feeder or the right Pokemon feeder. And like I said, depending on how many people in here, I can either rip like 1 pack or I can rip like 5 packs. If they do indeed hit the, oh, here we go, here we go. You got to get in to eat. You got to get completely in to the box to eat. Come on, get on in there. I'm gonna quiet down. Oh, it's so funny. Seeing me trying to navigate and ninja into the hole is great. That's why I think if a pond or some kind of water apparatus thing was underneath them, it'd be even better. The fall would be epic. And to repeat, no squirrels get hurt in doing such. Also, these are my opinions only. So don't take anything I say as anything serious. Not that I'm giving any kind of crazy insight, but oh, he's in. All right, 1-0, 1-0 lottery ticket. Damn, dude, that dude is flexing on that feeder. Gee, is it? Watch that. I've never seen the feeder. I've seen the tray fall out, not the feeder. All right, 1-0. So 1 tally. Lotto, bing bong, ding ding. So 1. You always mark the board with the trusty sword with a marker, Gorilla Tape to it, right? It's the best way to do it. Oh man, thank you for putting up with the annoying jargon. So usually I give them like 10 seconds. Let them get rewarded, or her. Not gonna lie, one of these squirrels has a giant unit, a giant sack, if not to be gross. All right, buddy. I hope that doesn't fall off. That would be new. That'd be pretty impressive. He's right back up on it. Right back on it. Fucking lottery junkie, dude. Dude, forget about the lottery tickets, man. Dude, this is gonna fall off. Well, if it gets caught, it'll be funny. And which will disqualify the lottery ticket. That's what I'm going to run with. There's only a little piece of tape holding that tray up, too. I don't understand. Let me go to the other one. All right, so 1-0, 1-0 Lotto. Those who just came in, running a social nature experiment with the squirrel and which feeder they choose. And it's the same feed on both feeders, nothing's different, no variables. They're just down there staring at themselves. I swear with the mirror tint, they're infatuated with looking at themselves. Relax, Jim Jim. Looks like that thing's leaning. That'll be funny. Hopefully it doesn't break the feeder. That'll be my luck. What's up, Blue Frog? Yeah, it's they're like enamored by themselves. Like even the deer when they come in and eat off this. See this plate back, this hanging plate? I hang food from there. I have it in my channel, and the deer will come up all like weird, and because they see themselves and they think it's like another deer, and they're like shocked by it. Meanwhile, it's them. It's kind of funny. It would be, yeah, yes, and it would be if they start like he starts like air punching the or scratching the window. I think that feeder may fall off. Dude, that'd be a first. He's not feeling it. He hit it once. Go to the other one. And see, there's a pole. I don't know if you guys see it. I drilled a hole through the top of the. It's actually a door that I fabricated, an Anderson door that I retrofit into the hole. There's a pole that I call it the pole determinant, where when I was working from my computer, they were coming around. So, oh, he's out. Maybe I'm thinking my voice is too loud for this, but I would rattle this pole around. I have a string on it. I would hold the string down here, and it would rattle and scare them away. Now they use it as a platform to hop up on it, which is pretty funny. So I would like tie it, and then be able to pull it from the chair. Yes, I know, it's totally weird, totally random. But like I said, as goes the squirrels, as dictates. If I scratch, here she's back. Maybe I'll put out some food while I'm streaming. More often than not, they come up through that tree in the front there, onto the pole, across the pole, and then onto the feeder. This guy's been coming up from the bottom, which eventually will be a pond. Yes, rather than finish that deck, I had this great epiphany I'm basically going to take out those joists, and all that area where you don't see a deck is going to be a pond at some point. I'll be streaming that. I think it'd be pretty cool. And if they miserably fail, they fall into the water. And yes, squirrels can swim. Not to repeat, but I just don't want to get in trouble by PETA. Like they'll skin me alive or something. Forget humans, but animals rule. Which I get it to a point, but some of those people are like, holy smokes. Pets over people. Though I do say that a lot, because my dog Jib Jib is, I do like him more than most people. And he's, mostly more intelligent than most people. But that's a whole other story. So what happened is this guy knocked a bunch of crap down off the tray, so he's just foraging. He is he was, I grew up at labs my whole life. I got to lead into this story, because what I'm about to say, the breed isn't necessarily something we chose, nor would I necessarily wanted it from the beginning. But I grew up in my labs my whole life, and my last lab we had to put down. I was so distraught, and at this point, my nephew, he was kind of taking this dog under his wing, which is Jib Jib, which is a Yorkshire Terrier, and Yorkie Poo, which is a tiny little, like, not that he's bigger than, he's like 15 pounds, so he's not like a purse dog, but needless to say, my nephew didn't necessarily want the responsibility, and I basically, in my sorrows and sadness, said, go over and get Jib Jib. We'll take him in. So I've had this tiny dog, which the guy, like, unconditional love, sleeps like in my loins, would do anything for us, super smart, knows the difference between, like, every time I get him a new toy, we name it something, and he can distinguish. So now he's got like numerous toys to the point where we'll say like, go get Leo the lion, or whatever. What's the new one? Gator, which is an alligator, and he'll run, and he's all about it. Like all he wants to do is is like work and get his toys and just like run around and be crazy. So yeah, so we have a tiny 15-pound Yorkshire Terrier Poodle mix. The coolest part about him is he doesn't shed. And growing up with labs, anyone who has labs or dogs that shed, bigger dogs that shed, you can basically stuff a pillow with the amount of hair that comes off them daily. And so our house is rid of, you know, you're not covering hair. It's not like just all over the place, and having to stay up on that's pretty, can be difficult. By Blue Frog, you have a dog? You a dog guy or no? Cat guy? Snake guy? Hamster? No, I'm kidding. I like dogs. I also like turtles. I have a massive dog. Oh, cool, dude. Hell yeah, man. What breed? I like turtles. There's actually a box turtle. 2 days ago I was streaming. There wasn't an animal in sight. And out of nowhere, to rescue my stream because there wasn't really much happening. Well, actually, I know. I just started, and like 2-3 minutes in, I'm like, man, what am I going to do if like nothing shows up? Out of nowhere, this turtle comes crawling out from under the deck from the left there. And then right in front of, right beneath that bird bath, I usually put lettuce out. There's no lettuce there now. I put food in this, the hanging dish, and I put the same, whatever food I put the same type and amount on the ground, and do like running experiments. Oh, dude, Australian Shepherd, man, very cool. And what is it? Bernedoodle mix? Border Collie, holy smart, dude. They may be the most smarter than all the people I know. Cool. Do you train them? I know it's hard to train. I used to have 2 labs, and it was almost impossible to train. Like, you had to train the one before you can even get a second dog. Yeah, Australian Shepherds are sweet. And of course, I have a newfound respect for anything poodle. Oh, Bernard Doodle. Now I get it. Oh, wow. Right? Like Saint Bernard? Or no? What's the first part of the doodle mix? Yeah, playtime too much. Yeah. Whatever, they love you unconditionally. Oh, Baramese Mountain Dog. Oh, dude. So does that shed? Because being a poodle, it shouldn't shed, right? That thing's got to be like on the massive side, I would think. Come on, Squirrel Master, get up in the feeder. Oh, his hair mats. Oh, 60. That's like a perfect sized dog, really. Anything bigger, you know, the real big dogs, only downfall, it's like their life expectancy. You know, if they hit 10, it's like, whoa, man, they really lived. That's like we had a 100-pound lab, black lab, and he was like a real tall, looked like a little horse. And it seems like as soon as he hit 10 years, oh, here he goes, coming up the tree. As soon as he hit 10 years old, he's coming across the pole. Coming across the pole. Doot, 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 doot. All right, go Pokemon pack, dude, do it. Do it. Yeah, get some. You gotta get in to make it count. Got to get in and make it count. There, he gets all pissed off. No, dude, don't do. That one's gonna fall. If that falls, dude. Maverick, dude, what a freaking solid name too. No. I don't understand if it's suction cup, why it's on an angle like that? What the? He's uncertain. He's like, this thing's usually way more stable. Thing's bouncing around and crap. Oop, fail. So if there was a pond there, he'd be in the pond swimming. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. That's totally happening. And then we'll put like maybe piranhas. No, I'm kidding. That's not happening. Although some people would find that completely entertaining, which is completely twisted. Some individuals are like, you often wonder, away from the doldrums of hell. All right, so that dude came across the pole, but failed. If I didn't have mirror tint, this would not be happening. It's like I can do whatever I want. What if I put Pokemon in the title? It would like trend better. I mean, I just started this this YouTube account. My cousins were like, dude, you should go to, you gotta try X. Dude, X is brutal, dude. You might as well be an invisible man. Invisible man. Oh, oh. Get in there. Check in, Pokemon pack. Get in there. All right, I'm not saying anything. I don't understand why they're having so much difficulty. All right, love you. You can talk, just don't say anything egregious. Doesn't count. You gotta get in that thing. I'm like, look at him holding on to the peak of the feeder. Dude, they are pretty nimble. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't get it. He doesn't either. He's like, why is there a hole behind it? Watch him start gnawing on it. He is. Yo! What a friggin'... Yo, typical bug. Get out of here. You don't eat the feeder. That's an instant disqualification. Look, there's marks on it. I should take away a point. Right back on it. Look at him flexing. What a dweeb, dude. Look at him staring at himself, dude. Even the animals are like completely enthralled by themselves. Some animals. It's the same with some humans. Holy vain Johnny Squirrel Master, the vainest squirrel on the planet. Vain City. Yeah, use the pole to tournament. he's almost in. Almost in. What? That was sick. That's what I'm saying, dude. Oh, the agility. That was like some Spider-Man shit right there. Alright, so chalk one up for Pokemon. That's right. Get my pack right on. Yo, it could be like 10 packs, it could be 20 packs, depending on how many people are in here. It's probably only going to be one, because there's only one person's chilling. My man Blue Frog. What state? I'm stateside. Once I get to know you better, I'll check you in, bud. You should drink a bottle? I should drink a bottle of olive oil? What do I have? Like my skin? Is my skin like flaky or something? Or my hair's like no good? What for you mean for a spectacle? What I should do is like grease the freaking window with olive oil. I prefer them to come use the pole as the primary path. Oh, for spectacle. Yeah, I don't know if you see my profile picture. That's actually me. That's not AI or any crap like that. So I'm like definitely in the game for making forms of spectacles. You know, most of them are completely corny, but whatever. You know, that's like the American way, is be like some form of corn on the friggin' internet and thrive. It's either that or sue people. One good lawsuit away from making it big, which that I completely disagree with. But the content creating, quote unquote, whatever you want to call that shit, is hey, good for people, man. If you're going to do something that people want to stare at, because everybody's staring into their phone now, you know, good for them. I don't see any. No, I don't agree with people being on their phones 24/7, but you know, someone wants to do something and it's like funny and entertaining, you know, God bless them. All right, this dude's getting run off. So it's 1-1 Pokemon. Blue Frog, you mess with Pokemon cards at all? I just got involved in it. My cousins took me to a card show. I grew up collecting like sports cards, and then I stopped for a while because they made far too many of them, and so I kind of got a bad taste for it. And then this Pokemon craze, and everybody seems to be buying Pokemon, and the amount of how lucrative it is unbelievable. Like they're both their portfolios, and it's cool. They have these apps where you can track your portfolio. You can put your cards and stuff. You know, they got tens of thousands of dollars in cards that have gone up 50%. No doubt, video games. I stopped playing them some years back after I was just wasting far too much time battling children, yelling at them, turning into like borderline racial wars. I shouldn't say it like that, but and then, you know, the whole room would smell like BO as if I'm at the gym. Meanwhile, I'm just like playing a stupid video game against a bunch of children. And there was no money flow. 5 hours of my life is gone. But to each his own. To each his own. Yeah, we want to play video games, go right ahead. As long as you're making your ends meet, making your bills paid, and you're a proper human and person to society. I don't care what people do. As long as you're staying in line and whatnot. All right, I'm chasing this dude off. Buddy. Such a user, dude. I'm gonna see if I can send him on the pole. Yeah, bing bing. Yeah. He'll be back. Like I said, I was reading this article. Did some research. Squirrels can fall like multiple stories, and they use their bodies as like, I guess almost like a parachute. And they'll fall from like crazy heights and be perfect. Oh, he's back. All right, 1-1. See what he picks. Man, this is a good one. This is how the game was intended to be played. My first handful of streams was Dud City. Not Dud City, because the animals, like a deer came in. And, all right, he liked Pokemon. All right. All right, get in there. Doesn't count. What the hell's that noise? Yeah, no, yeah, they're definitely nimble, man. Their tails are certainly key for their whole existence. He's eating on the. Dude, what is going on? I've never seen him eat the feeder. Oh, no! Don't be eating the feeder. God, dude, that's like. He's like, put me under contract. It's like, you're not contractually binding me, so I'm going to chew on the feeder and ruin your game. Freaking sabotage freaking episodes. Not that these feeders are anything special, Amazon, whatever. But my Uncle Show put me onto these. He had one at his house, and he's got all sorts of birds. See, he put like a squirrel kind of wall thing up, and which I was going to do, and then the more I thought about it, and I kind of got like an epiphany for this stupid game, the squirrel game. Squirrel games. Forget squid games. All right, let's see if he goes again. He's all pissed off. Look at him all pissed, like flexing. I just want to know if he can hear me. What is it? You too, bud. See you. Hopefully I'll see you next time, my dude. You're good peoples. Give your dog a 2 treats for me and a couple pets, all right, bud? Safe travels, my dude. Later, bud. Look at this thing wigging out. Wig City. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. What are you trying to do, dude? Flex? You know what's weird, not to be gross? I never see them like go to the bathroom. I wonder where the hell that happens. That was cool. Blue fry was good, peeps. I think I may, man, dude, no one's in here for me to rip packs. I was going to rip all 105 packs of Pokemon cards, but no one's in here to say it. Just talking to myself, as per usual, solving all the world's problems. Get in there. Dude, I can't believe they're chewing on the feeder now. That's like disqualification. Oh, this feeder's gonna fall. I hope this thing falls off. This is gonna be funny. Yeah, what happened? Well, what happened was, you better get your weight up, Chief. Hit that gym, that squirrel gym. He's gassed out, dude. Look like lactic acid. All right, people. Or no people. Speaking into the abyss. think I'm going to, I want to go load that plate up with food. And I'm going to come back on at noon. And then what I'm going to do is, so it was 2-1, it finished 2-1 Pokemon. I'm going to rip some packs. I think, well, depending upon if people come in, because I'm not just ripping the packs to rip the packs. Like, I like Pokemon, but I heard that's like a big spectacle when people rip packs open, because you can get your generational wealth loading and all that good stuff. So, all right, people, got the date. Peace.